I'll upload all of it in the Facebook and social media. Please enjoy them. Maybe I'll read out in further satsangs. Today we have 143 proclamation letters from all over the world. But now I wanted to give you all the time to meditate and be in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living. Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
So let us understand the fourth sutra that the Supreme Concept reveals. Maha mentions what is not mentioned here also makes such a beautiful space in you. You will simply start manifesting and playing with the powers. It will give you tremendous confidence and strength and strengthen your powerfulness and deny the existence of pain and suffering and lower way of existing.
And the fourth statement, you should intensely listen, repeatedly and internalize. You will become Bhairava, Maha Kalabhairava, Maha Bhairava. And Maha Bhairava does not have karma. Anyone who tries to attack him, they get the karma and they suffer. He is in a pure space. You establish yourself in that very space. You yourself will see clearly when somebody does good to you, they get good, and when they do bad to you, they get bad. You are not the initiator of karmas. Suddenly your past disowns you, not that you disown your past. Then you are liberated once and for all.
And the Supreme Concept of Wisdom has revealed, take this teaching very sincerely and very seriously, especially when you have love for me. It will be very easy because you know I tell the truth as it is. When you start loving me, the whole pseudo dignity of society loses power over you. You become a pure space of Paramashiva, or the ultimate manifest.
So now let us do a small process. You can sit like Kalabhairava and tell your past.
Let's go through this process now and sit like Kalabhairava and tell your past, present, and future. I am Kalabhairava. Anyone tries to do good to me, they will be given good. Anyone tries to do bad to me, they will be given bad. But I am not the initiator of any karma. I am the neutral sacred space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If you throw laddu on me, you will get laddu back. If you throw stone on me, you will get stone back. If you throw shit on me, you will get shit back. But nothing will touch me. I will not throw anything back at you. I will not be working in any cognition level where this sick society operates. There is no concept of pseudo dignity as a reason to operate. So with this clarity, sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So how do you sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi? Do not create a thought. Do not sustain a thought. Do not try to destroy or fight with a thought. Just don't bother about what is going on inside you. Whether thought, emotion, pain, or peace, Do not respond to anything. Just decide, let me be unclutched. Sit with the unclutched Nirvikalpa Samadhi. It will literally bring this sweetness in your tongue. That is what is actually Amrita. So now let us spend the next 5 minutes experiencing this state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, this space where you are not the initiator of any karma, where you are beyond all karma. So let us sit and experience Mahakalabhairava, Nirvikalpa Samadhi state.
Yes. So now, let us move on.
So demonstrate your vairagya, your detachment and will persistent uncompromisingly. When you start actively practicing this truth, expressing it in your inner image with yourself and through your outer image with others, all the conflict will become irrelevant. Be powerful, bold, to stand any stress created externally or internally. When you manifest this truth and demonstrate your vairagya and will persistence uncompromisingly.
And the Atma Pramana for this was when, at the age of 10, Supreme Point of Hinduism experienced the truth that pain is a lie. And it started with Annamalai Swamigal saying that we are not the body and we are beyond the body. He started teaching Ramana Maharishi's teachings to the Supreme Point of Hinduism. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism ran home and wanted to check how we can be beyond the body and we are beyond pains and sufferings. So the Supreme Point of Hinduism took a shaver. In those days, his father used to have a slight blade in his shave. He took the razor and literally cut his thigh. Of course, there was bleeding. The Supreme Point of Hinduism's mother saw and immediately rushed into the hospital. Their family doctor, Dr. Karunanidhi, attended to him, and the doctor was like a family, and almost 13 stitches were given to the Supreme Point of Hinduism to stop the bleeding.
And
And he did all that was needed medically, and then he said in front of the Supreme Point of Hinduism and his parents, this is not an accidental cut. This is he has purposely done it because it is so deep. Such a long cut cannot be accidental. Ask him why he did it. So the Supreme Point of Hinduism's parents started investigating why the Supreme Point of Hinduism did this. The doctor even had a doubt whether it was a suicide attempt. Then Swamiji explained the whole thing to his mother and father and to the doctor that Annamalai Swamigal told, we don't have pain. And I just want to check whether I have pain or not. So I cut myself to see whether I have pain and suffering or not.
And when the Supreme Concept of Hinduism shared this with Annamalai Swamigal, his guru, and shared how he experimented with this truth, his guru, Annamalai Swamigal, was so happy and blessed him and told him that because of his intensity in his seeking and intensity to experiment with these truths, that he will surely experience this space beyond pain and suffering. And on the 14th of June 2011, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism suffered a complicated type 1 open fracture of both the bones and the right forearm. The usual pain experienced by this kind of double open fracture would cause excruciating pain for weeks and leave one bedridden with the hand completely immobilized. Pain medication would be absolutely a necessity. However, in the case of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, from the moment the horrendous fracture occurred, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism was continuously joyful and smiling. Even while preparing for the travel to the hospital, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism suggested that the doctors perform the surgery without any anesthesia and continuously shared that he never experienced any pain at any time during the entire incident. He never used pain medications either.
And when you deny the existence of pain and suffering in your life, how beautifully Kalabhairava takes care of you. And Kalabhairava takes care of you very beautifully. And many disciples have shared their experience of how Kalabhairava takes care of them. And there are many videos on YouTube, so you can search it up and watch the videos of the sharings of the disciples sharing their experience.
So now let us understand why we need Guru in our lives. Why do we need Guru to experience this space beyond pain and suffering, beyond any karma? The Guru or Master is not a vyakti, a person as you imagine. He is a tattva, a principle. He is simply a physical representation of the divine. In the Vedic tradition, the spiritual teacher, the guru or the master, is said to be more important than God. God is always and everywhere, but it is Guru who opens the disciples' eyes to God, to the existence of God. The master is the doorway to one of one's own experience of the divine.
And in the Guru Gita, in the scripture that Paramashiva himself explains the importance of Guru, there are a few verses which the entire Guru Gita speaks about the importance of Guru. So let us see a few verses from the Guru Gita. So the 21st verse says, Ananyas chintayanto mam sulabam paramam padam tasmat sarva prayatnena gururaradhanam kuru.
In the translation of this verse, the supreme state is easily attained by those who think of nothing else but me. Therefore, strive to the utmost to propitiate the Guru.
And the 18th verse of the Guru Gita says, Guru Murtim Smare Nityam Guru Nama Sada Japet Guru Rajñam Prakurvita Guru Ranyanna Bhavayet.
The translation of this verse, always remember the Guru's form. Constantly repeat the divine name given by the Guru. Always follow the Guru's commands and think of nothing else other than the Guru.
And the 11th verse also beautifully says, Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Shri Guru Pada Sevanat Dehi Brahma Bhavedyasmat Vat Kripartam Vadamite.
Out of compassion for you, I shall teach you how the embodied soul becomes Brahman, having been purified of all sins by serving the feet of the Sri Guru. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed that in order to connect with the Guru, to experience the state of Maha Kalabhairava, just make yourself available. And let us listen to this revelation now.
I am sitting with each one of you personally, individually, and making myself available. This being is now available to all of you, to each one of you. I am making myself available to each one of you. To each one of your being. Now the relationship is absolutely between you and me. It is absolutely you and me. Allow me to fill you. Allow my being inside you. When you start tasting my being, all your past fears, greeds, powerlessness, everything will just become irrelevant. You will be showered with the boons you aspired for and you can never even imagine. You will understand the highest, ultimate dimensions of the life and universe. If you have been begging for a few tons of gold, you are going to be granted hills of diamonds. Not just few tons of gold which you are aspiring, hills of diamonds. Beyond you can even ask or imagine. So understand, all your fears and greeds will become irrelevant. The first thing Paramashiva's being, me, going to do in you all, manifest my state, space, powers intensely. Make yourself available for every session. Nothing else is needed. Just make yourself available. Anyone makes yourself available, I'll make myself available to you. All the words I am uttering are mantra. I am not going to give you any teaching. I am not going to give you any technique. I am just directly uttering every word which is mantra to manifest in your being. I am manifesting Paramashiva, myself completely, so your brain can mirror these neuron activities. Understand?
Yes. And here is a beautiful sharing of a disciple of the Buddhism who experienced Kalabhairava's blessing with the footprint of Kalabhairava on his head after the Akashic reading. So this sharing is available on YouTube. You can go ahead and watch the sharing on YouTube. We'll be moving on to the rest of the segment. So all of us want to live without pain and suffering in our lives. We want to live as Kalabhairava, denying the existence of pain and suffering. However, we have one question. Is it really possible for me? How long will it take for me to realize this? I have tried this before, but I've not been successful. Is there an instant way for me to manifest and experience this truth? Does Hinduism offer a solution that is instant and immediate? The good news is yes, Hinduism does provide an instant way to experience Kalabhairava. The great news is you are going to learn the sacred science here and now. So let us look and understand the secret to manifest Kalabhairava instantly. So every action becomes an independent energy. Every action the divine performs becomes an independent energy. Every action done in the cosmos becomes an independent energy. For example, Paramashiva blessed Brahma with Paramashiva experience by removing Brahma's ego, cutting of Brahma's fifth head. That action became an independent energy. That is what is called Kalabhairava. Paramashiva destroyed the ego of Daksha. That action became an independent energy called Virabhadra.
And Paramashiva did the action of begging from the rishis to teach them a lesson to take their pride away. And that action became the form of Paramashiva called Bhikshadan. And Paramashiva destroyed Daman, who was hiding in the form of an elephant. And that action became an independent deity as Gajasamharamurti. And Paramashiva danced in ecstasy. And that action, through that action, he became the deity, the god of Nataraja. And then Paramashiva saved Markandeya from death, and that form of that action became an independent deity of Kala Kala.
understand every action of Paramashiva is an independent energy. The ultimate energy becomes one deity. When you connect with those independent and intelligences, those deities, whatever you want immediately happens. Immediate results can be achieved by connecting with those deities, by praying to them, and offering your love, your gratitude, and experiencing that oneness with each of these deities.
And the Shastra Pramana for this comes from the Bhagavad Gita, which which reveals the immediate manifestation of desires. And it comes from the fourth chapter, 12th verse, and it says, Kang Kangshata karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devata kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. And the translation is, those who long for the result of an action worship with rites the divine energies. For in this mortal world, the success of an action becomes immediately.
So connect with the deity that is the energy that you want to manifest. For example, if you want to manifest the experience of Kalabhairava, that experience being beyond karma, beyond pain and suffering, connect with Kalabhairava. Any results you want to manifest, worship the divine energies that are the embodiment of those specific principles. If you want to conquer your ego, then worship Kalabhairava. So in this next segment, we will be going through some of the various ways that we can offer our gratitude, our love, and connect to Kalabhairava, to worship Kalabhairava, to pray to Kalabhairava. So we will be going through some of the various ornaments and offerings that we can make to Bhagavan Kalabhairava. So please stay tuned for this next segment.
Nityananda. Now we'll be moving to the next segment where we'll be looking at the various offerings that we can make to Bhagwan Kalabhairava, the traditional offerings that we can offer to Bhagwan Kalabhairava as we get ready to receive the darshan today. And in the Hindu tradition, the offering is a pure gift of love, devotion, and oneness for the divine. And only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. The offerings are not made out of fear or greed. And when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of greed. And when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the
with your home, with your team, with your family, with your friends, and with everyone. Just bring complete completion. And the Shastra Pramana for which describes and which reveals how Kalabhairava blesses and blesses you with victory in all endeavors. It comes from the Kami Kagama Purvapada Mantrodhara Patiram, verse 24, and it says, Gakaro Bhairavam Nyeyam Muktabam Shatrunashanam Nakara Kalabhijam Cha Kalam Sarvajayam Bhavet.
On the translation of this verse, the letter Ka is related to Bhairava. It is this color of pearl. It has the power of destroying the enemy. The letter Na is related to Kaladeva. It is the color of black. It has the power of bestowing victory in all endeavors.
And as per Hindu history in the Shiva Puranam, Paramashiva took the form of Kalabhairava to decapitate the delusion of Brahma. When Brahma created this world, it was a fun. For a moment, he made it as a game. That moment is the fifth head of Brahma. Kalabhairava cut that and said, play should be play. Why are you making it as a game? The play has become a game. Kalabhairava's form invokes terror in inauthentic souls, yet he is glorious to those who are willing to drop their hypocrisies at his gaze.
The samskara dahana kriya is the Brahma Kapala, which swallows all of your pain patterns, which is the root of suffering in your life.
And the time shaft means the time, the Kala Chakra, which is continuously moving. The future is continuously entering into past. This moment, the next moment is future. By now, it has already become past, future, and future now I am already has become past, and the past is continuous. The future is continuously becoming past. The future time is continuously becoming the past. The time is moving. The time shaft is continuously rolling and moving, and your future is also nothing but past. You are seeing only one portion of the time shaft.
When the cosmic law penetrates you and you visualize the time as Kala Chakra, the Kala Chakra is penetrating all of us now. You are touching the Kala Chakra now, and love is the lubricant. If you carry lubricant in your heart, it will be a smooth, happy moment. If you carry violent, powerless cognition, every time the Kala Chakra touches you, you will be angry, boiling, powerless.
And in the Kalabhairava Ashtakam, it describes how Bhagavan Kalabhairava bestows abundance and wealth. And a line from the fourth verse of the Kalabhairava Ashtakam says, Bhukti Mukti Dayakam Prasasta Charu Vigraham, Bhaktavatsalam Stitam Samastaloka Vigraham. Which means, salutations to Sri Kalabhairava, who is the giver of worldly prosperity and liberation, and who has an auspicious, pleasing form, who is kind and loving to his devotees, and who stands firm as the deity of all the lokas. And Bhagavan Kalabhairava bestows abundance in wealth and prosperity in our lives and also bestows liberation upon us. Worshipping Kalabhairava awakens the feeling connection we have and help us to see the deep compassion and lovingness in Kalabhairava. And another verse from the Kalabhairava Ashtakam in the 6th verse, it says, Nrityu Darpanashanam Karaladam Stramokshanam. And the translation for this is, destroys the pride of death manifested as fear within us, and whose large terrible fangs liberate us from the fear of death. And Bhagavan Kalabhairava liberates us from the fear of death, which is the root of all the fears that we experience in our lives. And in the 7th verse, also a line says, Drishtipatan Ashtapapa Jalamugra Shashanam Ashtasiddhidayakam Kapalamali Kandaram.
Yes, and the translation of this verse, whose terrific glance destroys the net of power, the net of the powerful and the mighty rule of sins in our mind, who bestows the 8 siddhis and who wears a garland of skulls. Just one glance of Bhagavan Kalabhairava destroys the various sins committed by us in our lifetime. Just by worshipping Bhagavan Kalabhairava, he removes the SDHD and other patterns which don't allow us to manifest and shower us with the various powers given by Paramashiva.
And in the 9th verse of the Kalabhairava Ashtakam, it says, Shoka Moha Daini Loba Kopatapanashanam Te Prayanti Kalabhairavangvi Sannidhim Dhruvam. Which means, and which destroys mental sorrows and afflictions, delusions and infatuations, wretchedness and depressions, passion and anger, and mental heat and burns. And after death, the devotee will surely attain the feet of Sri Kalabhairava. And Bhagavan Kalabhairava destroys and burns the patterns of sorrow, delusion, and depression and anger inside us. And when we come to an end of this lifetime, it is rest assured that we will merge in oneness with Bhagavan Kalabhairava himself.
So now let us understand the 5 sutras to manifest Kalabhairava. Let us learn the science of Kalabhairava. There are 5 sutras, truth, revealed by the Supreme Conceptualism on the 17th of January 2021. These 5 sutras are the technique to experience Kalabhairava and live as Kalabhairava. Listen to these 5 statements intensely. The Supreme Pontificism revealed you will become enlightened and start manifesting powers now. So now let us watch that discourse and understand the 5 sutras to manifest Kalabhairava as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff.
Paramashiva Samarambam Nityanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respect and blessings. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, everyone sitting with us with my love and blessings. My blessings to New Zealand and Fiji Sangha, Kailasa in New Zealand and Kailasa in Fiji. I enjoyed your sincerity and integrity. Thank you. So beautiful. Practically, I know everyone. Gautamananda and Kavita, Murali, Kaladevi, Neha. I know every one of you. Love you guys. Only I'm not seeing Ma Deva Vedanta. I don't know where my Ma Deva Vedanta is, but love and blessings to all of you. I know every one of you, Ma Barbara. I know literally all of you by name, and blessings to the whole New Zealand Sangha. So beautiful. And blessings to all of you. Ma Deepika, Ma Neha, Ma Kavita, and Kaladevi. Blessings. Murali, every one of you, my blessings. Let's enter into today's satsang. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Listen to these 5 statements intensely. You will become enlightened and start manifesting powers now, immediately. I am not playing with your greed. I am playing with your consciousness. Listen carefully. I am not playing with your greed. I am playing with your consciousness. Listen to the 5 statements I am going to make now. These are the 5 sutras. I am going to reveal the sutras only now, doing Kandana Mandana and establishing the powerfulness of the sutra is the job of the Bhashyakaras, my Sampradaya, my disciples. Now, I am only going to reveal these 5 sutras. Listen. Listen to these 5 sutras. Sutra 1. The person, being, who is bold enough to deny existence of suffering and pain in your life, even if your mind brainwashes you and forces you to believe that suffering exists. in front of that mind, if you boldly stand and terrorize that mind by your powerful way of denying the existence of suffering, you become the space for Maha Kalabhairava, and no karma touches you. You establish yourself in the neutral zone called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I'll repeat. Powerfully, if needed, arrogantly, with tremendous pride, declare your Paramashivatva by arrogantly, if needed, illogically, even if it feels like stupid, terrorize your mind by denying the suffering and pain. Just deny to accept the existence of pain and suffering. Do not look for solution. Do not look for compromised understanding. Do not look for quick relief. Do not look for alternative methods. Do not look for solution. Be powerful. Needed, even be arrogant or irrational, illogical, stupid. Anything is okay. Just deny the existence of suffering and pain. For all my disciples who knows I am truth, nothing but truth, Satya, I am giving this as initiation. You will all be successful in this initiation truth. Decide to treat your mind or anyone externally or internally trying to convince you that you have suffering, you have pain, treat them very cheaply, like a shit. Whether somebody outside or somebody inside, trying to convince you, brainwash you, that the suffering and pain exists, treat them like a shit, cheap. Listen carefully. Your conscious decision, suffering doesn't exist, pain doesn't exist. Even if I am terrorized by the pain and suffering, I will stand by my Guru Vak. Pain and suffering does not exist. Even if you are surrounded by the lava, molten, the melted stone, lava, declare, my Guru has told there is no pain, there is no suffering. I will throw my jata for you to hold and lift you to Kailasa. Listen. Demonstrate your powerfulness, even if it looks like arrogance, in front of delusion which is trying to brainwash you. You have suffering, you have pain. Listen carefully. When you deny outright the existence of pain and suffering, the whole change goes on. The whole change happens in your system, creates space for Paramashiva. Suddenly you will see the universe is moving around you. You are the center. Listen. Look for peace, you will enjoy bliss. Don't look for bliss, you will always land in hopelessness. Understand this first sutra. When I say deny pain and suffering, I am not saying look for bliss and joy. No, look for peace. Deny pain, deny suffering, deny their very existence, not their reasons, cause. No. Shit is a shit is a shit. And the beauty is, the good news is that shit doesn't exist. That's the good news I have for you. Pain is a shit may not be a good news. But the shit called pain does not exist is a good news. Listen intensely. This one sutra can give enlightenment to all my disciples now. This moment. You can start manifesting powers. Just decide. I deny the existence of any form of pain and suffering inside and outside me. I am not interested in even recognizing the existence of pain and suffering. Forget about the causes. If you don't even accept the existence of that shit, why will you try to find the cause of that shit? Denial of pain and suffering gives you one of the greatest opening to look into the reality. Denial of pain and suffering, I am not teaching as a technique for you to practice. I am revealing this as a truth for you to wake up. Being my disciple, you don't have a right to suffer or have pain. Either be my disciple and renounce the right to have suffering and pain, or marry the pain and suffering and drop me. decision to deny the pain and suffering and its very existence in any form is the pure neutral space Nirvikalpa Samadhi in you. It does not come by practice, it comes by decision. It comes by decision, not by any practice. Decide. Enough. I went through this rut of pain, believing that pain and suffering exists, and then trying to find the cause, and then trying to find the solution. By the time I find the solution, I realize the solution is not working, and by the time I find that solution is not working, I am more frustrated, and with the more frustration, I find more pain and suffering. The moment you accept the existence of pain and suffering, you put your leg on the sarukkuparai, slippery rock of delusion. After that, nobody can save you. So deny the very existence. Don't try to make a technique out of what I am saying. To all my disciples, I am giving a command, not technique, order. You don't have a right to have suffering or pain. By becoming my disciple, you have committed your life, your inner space to me, and you don't have a right to have pain or suffering. Listen carefully. When you decide the pain and suffering has no existence, this is the truth. Even till I realize, because Swamiji has realized he loves me, he will tell only good to me, and he will reveal only the truth to me. Because he has revealed, I know for sure there is no suffering, there is no pain, and I won't get brainwashed by any fellow who is trying to tell me that suffering and pain exists. Anyone who is trying to brainwash me is lower than my guru who is trying to wash my brain. My guru who is trying to wash my brain is far superior for me than anyone who is trying to brainwash me with the existence of pain and suffering ideas. The first sutra. The second sutra, listen. Second sutra, your mind reflects on your brain, and your brain is given a special power to rejuvenate itself in 1 year. In 1 year, the brain completely releases all the old dead cells and recreates itself. It's a modern day, even modern day science agrees. It is not only that Ayurveda, the Vedic biology, Hindu biology reveals this truth. Even the modern day science agrees with what I am revealing. Your brain completely replaces itself every 1 year. Listen. When your brain replaces itself, replenishes itself, recreates itself, it can either expand its possibility to radiate Paramashiva, or it can shrink its ability to radiate Paramashiva. Both possibilities exist, but there is no neutral. There is no neutral gear. There is no such thing as just, I am just stable. I am neither going down nor going up. No, that doesn't exist. Either you go up or you go down. That's it. So now be very clear. If you decide the truth today, I am declaring this first sutra very arrogantly. Have pride. You have Paramashiva as Guru. You have Paramashiva directly teaching you and initiating you. And you don't even need to practice what I am teaching. If you have the arrogance, Paramashiva is your Guru, you simply know what I am revealing is the truth and you just start living. Listen, very rare to have intimate feeling connection with me because I have created enough rumors and scandals around me. All those vada soda cheap shitty mind cannot get connected to me or accept me. It needs tremendous maturity. Even to feel this fellow is talking the truth. Even if you feel this guy is telling the truth and this guy seems to be loving me, be very clear, you are a matured guy. You think all these rumors and scandals which are getting created around me is not under my control? That's the way I cheat human beings. I tell you, if you feel these three statements, I think Swamiji loves me. And I know for sure Swamiji knows the ultimate truth. And I think Swamiji tells the ultimate truth to me. If you believe these three statements, or even any one of these three statements, just stand up and do a pradakshina. Namaskar means circumambulation of yourself. Atma pradakshina, just love yourself. Celebrate yourself for being yourself. You are worthy of namaskara, pradakshina namaskara. That's a powerful blessing, I tell you. If you cognize even any one of these three statements, now what I am telling you will straight go into your system. I'll just nail it straight on your brain. Decide, be arrogant. I am disciple of Nityananda. எங்க சாமி எவனையும் கேர் பண்ணாது. அத மாதிரி தான் நாங்களும். With this clarity, deny the existence of all kinds, types, dimensions of pain and suffering. Even if your brain tells, even if your mind tells, you are sinking in the ocean, the lava is surrounding you, burning your skin. Just tell, pain doesn't exist, suffering doesn't exist. I'll throw my jata and just lift you. Don't worry. Just lift you to Kailasa. And I tell you, death is not end. Mental breakdown is the greatest laws in the life, not death. Be very clear. Death is not end of the life. It's not full stop. It's just a comma. The greatest loss in life is collapsing from powerful cognition, not death. Fools are those who teach death is the loss. Collapsing from powerful cognition is the greatest loss. Hold on to this powerful truth. Be very clear inside you. Powerfully deny the existence of suffering and pain. This is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth. When you decide with this clarity and truth, the brain which gets rebuilt, newly built, gets rejuvenated, will just expand and reflect the pure cosmos. It will just open up to super consciousness and vibrate Shiva, 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 Shiva. Hey, listen, our ancestors, rishis, not only knows the whole movement of sun, moon, 9 planets, far beyond the planets, even the stars, so clearly, the 27 stars and their movements they know. How do you think? Thousands of years before the Surya Siddhanta, they have described the whole cosmos so clearly because their brain was able to manifest, reflect the pure cosmos. Their consciousness was so peaceful in Shanti, established in Shanti. Careful, listen carefully. Deny the existence of pain and suffering and don't look for joy, bliss, excitement. Look for peace, Shanti. You will get it. You will get it. You will get it. When you look for Shanti, not only you will start enjoying the juice Shanti inside you, that juice makes you a matured being, consciously matured being, and that maturity creates intense excitement, energy, bliss, joy as a side effect. Don't look for the side effect. So listen carefully. The first sutra, deny the existence of all pain and suffering, all dimensions and aspects of pain and suffering. Even if you are getting drowned in the ocean, just tell yourself, Swamiji said there is no pain or suffering. Come what may, let's see. But there is no pain or suffering. Be very clear. You won't have death. Death is not end. losing the truth is the greatest loss than death. Society has brainwashed you too much. Society has brainwashed you too much by giving the multiple layered lies. Listen. This multiple layered lies catch your attention. Even if you are convinced about the one lie, gone. You have put your leg on the slippery rock and you will land in the end delusion. Don't. Deny the fundamental, foundational brainwashing technique used by society, deluded society on you about the existence of pain and suffering. Listen, it is not okay to be normal with absolutely sick social conditioning. Don't try to be normal with the shit, sick social conditioning. Meditate, contemplate, internalize all the statements today I am making. The first statement is about the truth. Denial of all the brainwashing done to you about the pain and suffering. Second statement. This decision to be in truth will expand your brain's ability to reflect, radiate, manifest superconsciousness with the powerful cosmic space and this cosmic nada, Shiva, 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 Mahanada, Shiva, 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 Shiva. When your brain develops the capacity to reflect and radiate the cosmos in the pure conscious form, your mind can never take possession of your brain and brainwash you to believe into anything called pain and suffering. This is the greatest liberation. This is the greatest liberation. Now, third statement. Listen to this third statement. I am having 25 heads, one consciousness. In you, you have broken yourself into 25 consciousness, even though you have only one head. One head, but working in 25 different, getting pulled and pushed in 25 directions. In my case, I have 25 head, but all integrated to one consciousness. That's why I can think 25 various things and manifest all the 25 various things at a time in a cool, stress-free way. Absolutely. I tell you, even the traitors, drohis, guru drohis, and criminals who conspired against me, even if you talk to them offline, they will tell, oh God, what a memory Swamiji has. What an administration capacity. How he knows thoroughly everything from end to end. Whether how many organizations are there in how many countries, or how many tumblers are there in each ashram, or in which ashram there is a compound wall, which ashram there is only fencing, in which ashram there is a borewell pump, and which ashram there is only a government water supply. Even the people who hate me, who cherish enmity towards me, who are Guru Drohis, even those Drohis, traitors, can't deny my ability to digest information and continue to function without losing the focus or getting distracted. Understand? That is because 25 heads, one consciousness. In your case, one head, conscious is broken 25 ways. One side, your hunger is pulling you in one direction. Another side, your lust is pulling you in another direction. Another side, your fear is pulling you in another direction. Another side, your insecurities are pulling you in another direction. This 25. That is why I am saying, deny the existence of all these so-called ideas of suffering and delusion outright. Don't even put the leg on the slippery rock. You may ask, oh, if I deny the pain and suffering, how will I live a practical life? Only after you deny the existence of pain and suffering, the practical life positive approach will start flowering in you. Till then, what you know is life negative. Nothing called life happened to you till you decide to learn, open up to the truth that there is no suffering, there is no pain. Till then, what you know is all cheap life negative game, slow suicide. I am giving you now, with the blessings and permission and grace, of Paramashiva, the very own powerful space of Paramashiva to all of you, the very own inner space of Paramashiva, powerfulness to all of you. This is initiation, not just instruction. Especially all my disciples. As I said, these three statements. Swamiji tells the truth. And Swamiji knows the ultimate truth. I think Swamiji loves me, so he will not cheat me. He will only tell the truth to me. In these three statements, even if you are able to believe, cognize one statement, you are my disciple. If you believe all three, great. As I said, you should stand up and do Atma Pradakshina for yourself and be proud of yourself. You can do all this for you and demonstrate your own love for you. You are blessed. You are really blessed. Because if you believe in these three statements, anyone, your heart will start vibrating with this sacred truth I am declaring and revealing to you. You may not show your excitement outside because others are watching, but inside, hey, I know what Swamiji is telling is the truth. That's me, that's me, that's me. He's talking to me. I think he's watching me directly in the Zoom. That's me. To me, he's talking. Understand? I'm talking to each one of you who are listening to me now. Who are listening to me now. Decide to be with the 25 head, one consciousness. Not one head, 25 consciousness, broken as pieces. No. Your decision to be with 25 head and one consciousness will suddenly make you stress-free. Decide you are Paramashiva. Even if 25 things are going on in your head, you will live as one consciousness. Suddenly you will be stress-free and you will discover the peace inside you. The peace which is in the center of this universe. Your decision is enough, is what I am repeating. Now, the fourth statement, fourth sutra. Your decision to deny the existence of any form of pain, suffering, delusion, its aspects, dimensions, etc., mentioned and above, not mentioned. Mentioned above and not mentioned, everything. Your decision to deny it makes such beautiful space in you. Simply start manifesting powers and play with the powers. That will give you tremendous confidence to strengthen powers and powerfulness and deny the existence of pain and suffering and the lower way of existing. This fourth statement, you should intensely listen repetitively and meditate, internalize. See, you become Bhairava. Maha Kalabhairava, Mahabhairava. Mahabhairava does not have karma. Anyone tries to attack him, they get the karma and they suffer. He himself does not have any karma. He is in a pure space. You establish yourself in that very space. You yourself will see clearly. When somebody does good to you, they get good. When somebody tries to do bad to you, they get bad. But you don't have any karma. You are not the initiator of karmas. And suddenly your past disowns you. Not that you disown your past disowns you. Your past should disown you. Then you are liberated once for all. Your husband should run away from you. Then you are liberated once for all. Now, I am not saying literally. I meant anything you want to get rid of, that should get rid of you. Then you are liberated once for all. You trying to get rid of your past is a cheap, stupid way. That is not Nityananda way. Your past should get terrorized and should decide to get rid of you. Your past should feel, this guy, nut gone loose, screw gone loose. Not only the nut gone loose, screw gone loose, his main shaft itself is missing. So where will I go and fit myself in his life? It should get terrorized and just leave you. Listen. Take this teaching very sincerely and very seriously. And especially when you have a love for me, it will be very easy. Because, you know, I may sound a little cranky, but I tell the truth as it is. See, when you start loving me, the whole pseudo dignity of the society loses power over you. You are detoxed by the stupid social conditioning. You become pure. Space for Paramashiva's ultimate truths to manifest. Sit like Mahabhairava, Maha Kalabhairava. Hey, I am telling you the truth. You are Maha Kalabhairava. I am not brainwashing you. Actually, if I want to exploit you, I should tell you are something lower than God. I should be brainwashing you into some lower identity so that I can continue to exploit you. But I am not interested in exploiting you. I am interested in expressing through you. You are my soulmate. You are my conscious life partner. I celebrate when you are liberated. Anyone who is now catching what I am saying and saying, yes, Swamiji told, I have no suffering, no pain forever. And I am deciding, I have no suffering, no pain. You are my beloved now. I just want to hug you. You are my own. I have only one reason to tell the truth, because truth makes you fulfilled and makes me fulfilled. You are Kalabhairava. Sit like Kalabhairava and tell very clearly to your past, present, future. Hey, I am Kalabhairava. Anyone tries to do good to me, they will be given good. Anyone tries to do bad, they will be given bad. But I am not initiator of any karma. I am the neutral, sacred space, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If you throw laddu on me, you will get the laddu back. If you throw stone on me, you will get that stone back. If you throw the shit on me, you will get that shit back. But nothing will touch me, and I will not throw anything. I will not be working, operating in any of the cognition level where this sick society operates. There is no concept of pseudo dignity and the reason to operate. Far from pseudo dignity. With this clarity, sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I tell you that quality which oozes out from your consciousness into your body, it will actually literally bring that sweetness in your tongue. That is what is actually Amrita. Amrita means the principles of immortality digested, cognized by your mind and gets sunk, drilled, driven into your brain, and that brain's opening up, flowering, that Sahasrara Chakra flowering, and that honey pours inside the system, literally brings sweetness inside your throat. Amrita. Principles of immortality. Truths of immortality. When they are chewed by your mind and gets into your brain, the chemistry, alchemistry happens in you, in your biology, is nectar. Actually, I am tasting that this very moment. That's the reason I am taking a few seconds to settle down and speak. Now, the fifth statement. Listen to this fifth statement. when you start actively practicing this truth, express it in your inner image with yourself, through your outer image with others, all the conflict will become irrelevant. Be powerful, bold, to stand any stress created externally or internally. When you manifest this truth and demonstrate your vairagya and will persistence, uncompromisingly, vairam vainda vairagyam, vairagya like a diamond, vajra, vajra vairagya. That's all. That's all. Listen, 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 listen to this truth and internalize, manifest. All of you are my loved ones, my near and dear ones, my soulmates, my beloveds. It's for all of you. I am keeping myself alive amidst so much of attack, whether assassination attacks, attempts, or defamation, identity, whatever the lies and shit, false pains, sufferings thrown on me, not only I deny them, I disgrace all those pain and suffering. Blessings, blessings to all of you. Let this initiation happen and all of you manifest this great enlightenment experience. The state, space, powers of Paramashiva. I also have a lot of proclamations and letters of appreciation from all over the world. I'll upload all of it in the Facebook and social media. Please enjoy them. Maybe I'll read out in further satsangs. Today we have 143 proclamation letters from all over the world. But now I wanted to give you all the time to meditate and be in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living. Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Let us understand the fourth sutra that the Supreme Bhagavatam reveals. Maha mentions what is not mentioned here also makes such a beautiful space in you. You will simply start manifesting and playing with the powers. It will give you tremendous confidence and strengthen your powerfulness and deny the existence of pain and suffering and lower way of existing.
And the fourth statement, you should intensely listen repeatedly and internalize. You will become Bhairava, Maha Kalabhairava, Maha Bhairava. And Maha Bhairava does not have karma. Anyone who tries to attack him, they get the karma and they suffer. He is in a pure space. You establish yourself in that very space. You yourself will see clearly when somebody does good to you, they get good, and when they do bad to you, they get bad. You are not the initiator of karmas. Suddenly your past disowns you, not that you disown your past. Then you are liberated once and for all.
And the Supreme Concept of Buddhism has revealed, take this teaching very sincerely and very seriously, especially when you have love for me. It will be very easy because you know I tell the truth as it is. When you start loving me, the whole pseudo dignity of society loses power over you. You become a pure space of Paramashiva, or the ultimate manifest.
So now let us do a small process. You can sit like Kalabhairava and tell your past.
Let's go through this process now and sit like Kalabhairava and tell your past, present, and future. I am Kalabhairava. Anyone tries to do good to me, they will be given good. Anyone tries to do bad to me, they will be given bad. But I am not the initiator of any karma. I am the neutral sacred space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. If you throw laddu on me, you will get laddu back. If you throw stone on me, you will get stone back. If you throw shit on me, you will get shit back. But nothing will touch me. I will not throw anything back at you. I will not be working in any cognition level where this sick society operates. There is no concept of pseudo dignity as a reason to operate. So with this clarity, sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So how do you sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi? Do not create a thought. Do not sustain a thought. Do not try to destroy or fight with a thought. Just don't bother about what is going on inside you. Whether thought, emotion, pain, or peace, do not respond to anything. Just decide, let me be unclutched. Sit with the unclutched Nirvikalpa Samadhi. It will literally bring this sweetness in your tongue. That is what is actually Amrita. So now let us spend the next 5 minutes experiencing this state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, this space where you are not the initiator of any karma, where you are beyond all karma. So let us sit and experience Maha Kalabhairava, Nirvikalpa Samadhi state. So you can offer your
The traditional offerings that we can offer to Bhagwan Kalabhairava as we get ready to receive the darshan today. And in the Hindu tradition, the offering is a pure gift of love, devotion, and oneness for the divine. And only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. The offerings are not made out of fear or greed. And when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the purpose of enlightenment. And today, you can make any of these traditional offerings which are offered as an expression of our sacred sentiment.
So the first offering that we have is the Sankalpa chanting, the offering of your conscious resolution to the feet of Maha Kalabhairava. And in this verse from the Shiva Sankalpa Suktam from the Rig Veda, it states that the means by which a man who wants to do good, whose senses are stilled and who is wise and diligent, becomes proficient in the yajnas and other karmas established by the shastras, and also that which is the principal and most revered of the men of the means of knowledge by mind, may you have good intention. So you can offer your sankalpa, your conscious resolution at the feet of Kalabhairava. And receive the, you can offer your sankalpa at the feet of the divine. And this is a sacred and conscious act of aligning our straying mind into empowering our declarations with the auspicious will, power, and manifesting energy of the divine to manifest our intentions into reality and for a living and enlightened lifestyle. So you can offer your sankalpa and align all of your straying thoughts, your mind into fully empowering what it is that you want to manifest in your life.
And the next traditional offering to Bhagwan Kalabhairava is the E-Hundi offerings. And the Kalabhairava Ashtakam describes the glory of Bhagwan Kalabhairava. This verse describes Bhanukoti Bhaswaram Bhavabdi Tarakam Param Neelakantam Ipsitarthadayakam Trilochanam Kala Kala Mambujaksham Akshishulam Aksharam Kashika Puradhinata Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The translation of this verse, it means salutations to Sri Kalabhairava, who has the brilliance of a million suns, who rescues us from the ocean of world existence and who is supreme. The three-eyed one with a blue throat who bestows upon us with worldly prosperity which we wish. The lotus-eyed one who is the death of the dead and takes us beyond death with the undefeatable trident that supports the three worlds. Salutations to Bhagwan Kalabhairava, who is the ruler of the temple city of Kashi. So you can make the offerings of the E-Hundi, which are your personal expression of your sacred sentiments. And you can make the offering of the hundi in multiple currencies and in any different amounts that you would wish to offer. Traditionally, the amounts of $51, $101, $251, $501, and $751. These amounts are considered auspicious in the Hindu tradition, and they are traditional offerings. And with the e-hundi, you can make offerings in any amount of your choice as you'd like to offer.
The next offering you can make is the Pratiksha Pada Puja, the offering of worship to the divine lotus feet of Swamiji, who is manifesting Maha Kalabhairava for each and every one of you. And Adi Shankaracharya has extolled the greatness of worshipping the feet. And in this verse, he states, one's physique may be superb, and one's consort likewise, one's reputation resplendent and renowned, and one's riches as high as the Mount Meru. Yet if one's mind be not centered upon the lotus feet of the Guru, what then, what then, what then? So you can offer the Pratiksha Pada Puja to the feet of Swamiji and receive the blessings of full protection and grace of Swamiji. And in this verse, it states, salutations and salutations to the sandals of my beloved Guru, which is the ocean of knowledge resembling the full moon, which is the water which puts out the fire of misfortune and which removes the stresses of those who bow down before it. So to offer the Pratiksha Pada Puja, you will be blessed with the removal of all of the stress in your life and all of the misfortunes in your life being removed. I'll find and ultimately receiving the ultimate knowledge, the experience of enlightenment itself from the Guru, who is manifesting Kalabhairava. And in the Guru Padaka Stotram, Adi Shankaracharya explains that
The next offering to Bhagwan Kalabhairava is the offering of the Jata Alankara Seva. And this verse describes Kalabhairava, the Kshetra Kalabhairava, as Rakta Jwala Jaradharam Shashiyutam Raktanga Tejomayam Ashte Shula Kapala Pashatamarum Lokasya Rakshakaram. The translation for this verse: salutations to the controller of all elements of existence, Lord Bhairava, he who wears the red flames as his matted hair, Jatas, who wears the moon, who shines in red color, who holds a drum, spear, skull, rope, and mace in his hands. And you can offer the Jata Alankara Seva as an offering of pure love and devotion to Guru, who manifests as Kalabhairava and protects the disciples in the journey and path to enlightenment. And you can make these traditional offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas.
the next offering is the Vastra
கருப்பு மேகம் அடமலையை பொழிய ஓடி வரத்தான் வெட்டகார முடியாடி
சங்கிலி நொண்டி சங்கிலி கரும்பு சங்கிலி வராரையா வராரையா எங்களை காக்க ராஜ சங்கிலி எரிமலை எரிமலை போல நீ வர எரிமலை 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 போல நீ வர ராஜ சங்கிலி சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே ராஜ சங்கிலி சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே ராஜ சங்கிலி சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே நிசக்காராணி ரோஷக்காரா உன்னை தேடி வந்தானி பாசக்காரா வேஷக்காராணி வேஷக்காரா பல வேஷம் கட்டி வந்தவரா நிசக்காராணி ரோஷக்காரா உன்னை தேடி வந்தானி பாசக்காரா வேஷக்காராணி வேஷக்காரா பல வேஷம் கட்டி வந்தவரா எட்டு தசை உன்னை கண்டா நட்டு நடுங்க அந்த எட்டு தசை ரசவணி இங்க வருக எட்டு தசை உன்னை கண்டா நட்டு நடுங்க அந்த எட்டு தசை ரசவணி இங்க வருக எரிமலை புரணி வர சடல மோகலி வச்சு பூச்சி விட நாம் வர எரிமலை புரணி வர சடல மோகலி வச்சு பூச்சி விட நாம் வர ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே கொட்ட மேல கொட்டி பறக்க புகழை கொண்டவரே அண்டமெல்லாம் நகர வைக்க நடந்து வந்தவரே சூழத்தையும் வேகத்தையும் கையில் கொண்டவரே சாட்டைகளும் வீரங்களும் கூட்ட கொண்டவரே எரிமலை போல நீ வர எரிமலை போல நீ வர ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே கட்டு சங்கிலியா பல நாமம் கொண்ட வீர சங்கிலியா கருப்பழகா கருமேனி கொண்ட உடல் அழகா கட்டு சங்கிலியா நீ கட்டு சங்கிலியா பல நாமம் கொண்ட வீர சங்கிலியா கருப்பழகா கருமேனி கொண்ட உடல் அழகா வெள்ள கையில் தட்டி உனக்கு அந்த கையில் கொண்டு நீயும் போடு ஒரு கணக்கு வெள்ள கையில் தட்டி உனக்கு அந்த கையில் கொண்டு நீயும் போடு ஒரு கணக்கு எரிமலை போல நீ வர சடல மோகலி வச்சு பூச்சி விட நாம் வர எரிமலை போல நீ வர சடல மோகலி வச்சு பூச்சி விட நாம் வர ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே கொட்ட மேல கொட்டி பறக்க புகழை கொண்டவரே அண்டமெல்லாம் நகர வைக்க நடந்து வந்தவரே சூழத்தையும் வேகத்தையும் கையில் கொண்டவரே சாட்டைகளும் வீரங்களும் கூட்ட கொண்டவரே எரிமலை போல நீ வர எரிமலை போல நீ வர ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்றவரே ராஜ சங்கிலி கருப்பரே சங்கிலி கட்டி வந்து நின்ற இறங்கி குறி சொல்லவா தப்பாது வாசத்துல தண்ணிலி ஓசையில சபல கால என்ன சீரிக்கிட்டு வா கூடு பறக்க அடல கொடுத்து தானம் பிடிக்க பாலன் வந்து வேட்ட கம்பு அத்தனையும் ஐயங்க பாரு தண்ணிலி கருப்பு ஆடி வருது ஓட்ட கருப்பு ஓடி வருது வேட்ட கருப்பு வேட்டையாட தேடி வராரு வேட்ட கருப்பா நீ வாயா வேட்டை ஓட்டிடவா நாட்டு ராஜா நீ வாயா நாட்டை அழிச்சிடிவா கூடு பறக்க அடல கொடுத்து தானம் பிடிக்க வாழ நிமித்து வேட்ட கம்பு அத்தனையும் ஐயங்க பாரு தம்பிலி கருப்பு ஆடி வருது ஓட்ட கருப்பு ஓடி வருது வேட்ட கருப்பு வேட்டையாட தேடி வராரு நீரு நெத்தியில கண்ணன மேனியில கருப்பாமலை இறங்கி குறி சொல்லவா ஜப்பாது வாசத்துல தண்ணிலி ஓசையில சபல கால என்ன சீரிக்கிட்டு வா சிவனே சிவனே பரமேஸ்வரரே வேட்டை கருப்பர் உன் வழி வந்தவரே ஐயப்பன் மலைகளில் காக்கின்ற தெய்வ நேரம் கொண்டு எழுகின்ற என் வீரரே வேட்டைக்கார வண்டி வெள்ளையாட பண்ணி கட்டுக்குள்ள இவர் சிகமடா கருமிக நடி சட்ட துணு குட்டி சட்ட சொல்ல வண்ண வந்தையா கலந்த ஓச தூரம் கேட்க வடக்கு வேட்டை கருப்பன பார்க்க நட்டு நடு சாமத்துல நாய் குறைக்கும் காட்டு பாதையில கண்ணுறங்கும் வேலையிலே வேட்டை ஆடிடவே தனியா வருவாரு கருப்பாணி தகதகவன நடனம் ஆடு கருப்பாணி காவல் தெய்வ வழியை காட்டு கருப்பாணி பொறி பறங்கிடு சபலம் போடு கருப்ப முள் வீசக்கால வேட்டையாடு கருப்பாணி தகதகவன நடனம் ஆடு கருப்பாணி காவல் தெய்வ வழியை காட்டு கருப்பாணி பொறி பறங்கிட சபலம் போடு கருப்ப முள் வீசக்கால வேட்டையாடு நீரு நெத்தியில கண்ணன மேனியில கருப்பாமலை இறங்கி குறி சொல்லவா தப்பாது வாசத்துல தண்ணிலி ஓசையில சபல கால என்ன சீரிக்கிட்டு வா கூடு பறக்க அடல கொடுத்து தானம் பிடிக்க பாலன் வச்சு வேட்ட கம்பு அத்தனையும் ஐயங்க பாரு தண்ணிலி கருப்பு ஆடி வருது ஓட்ட கருப்பு ஓடி வருது வேட்ட கருப்பு வேட்டையாட தேடி வராரு வேட்ட கருப்பா நீ வாயா வேட்டை ஓட்டிடவா நாட்டு ராஜா நீ வாயா நாட்டை அடிச்சிடிவா கூடு பறக்க அனல கொடுத்து தானம் பிடிக்க வாழ நிமித்து வேட்ட கம்பு அத்தனையும் ஐயங்க பாரு தங்கிலி கருப்பு ஆடி வருது ஓட்ட கருப்பு ஓடி வருது வேட்ட கருப்பு வேட்டையாட தேடி வராரு நீரு நெத்தியில கண்ணன மேனியில கருப்பாமலை இறங்கி குறி சொல்லவா ஜப்பாது வாசத்துல கண்ணிலி ஓசையில சபல கால என்ன சீரிக்கிட்டு வா வேட்டை கருப்பா நீ வாயா வேட்டை ஓட்டிடவா நாட்டு ராஜா நீ வாயா நாட்டை அடிச்சிடிவா சரமா சரசரமா சுடுக்கு முழுக்கு சங்கிலியா வரப்பா விறுவிறுப்பா கருப்ப வரா பாருங்கடா இடிக்கு இடி ஒளியா இறங்கி வரா பண்ணிலியா கரிமேட்டி எல்லக்கார இருவாய் மேட்டக்கார அழகாம ஓடி வருவான துறை இந்த சகாவக்கார சிங்கமோட சிவருவா கரிமேட்டி எல்லக்கார இருவாய் மேட்டக்கார அழகாம ஓடி வருவான துறை எங்க